All right, the LA Chargers win, and then they get fantastic news. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel all about the Chargers to give you an outside look into your team. We're here in Michigan, so we're Jim Harbaugh fans, so we followed him out to LA, and it's been fun watching this team. So here's the fantastic news. If I would have told you that, hey, halfway through the season, the Chiefs are going to be undefeated, but you're going to be second in the division, you'd take it all day. Like, what's going on? Well, here's the deal. In the AFC West, let's pull this up. I think you just got to be really pumped at a couple of things. Oh, let me bring this in here. The Broncos lose, and this was big because now the Broncos lose and the Raiders are officially out, right? So everyone knew the Raiders weren't any good, but at the same time, enough games have been played where, see you later. They've lost, 5 in a row, something like that. Goodbye. So now it's a 3-team race between the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos. The Chiefs, while winning, are no one's like, man, they're so impressive. It's like, you know what? What's impressive is that you keep winning somehow. I don't know how you're doing it. So the Chiefs are 1 loss away from you being 2 games behind them, which you play them again. So the Chargers and the Chiefs are right there. So the fantastic news is that the Broncos lose and the Raiders are out. And to me, again, outsider's perspective, this is a 2-team race in the West. And the Chiefs, because they won the division last year, have a difficult first-place schedule. They play other first-place teams across the league. The Chargers do not. So we looked at this, and here's what's exciting is if you look at the Chargers' schedule, we've been talking about it. You just had Cleveland. You've got Tennessee and Cincinnati now. So that's 2 possible victories. Let's say you win those 2 games. Well, then you look at Kansas City's schedule. They've got Tampa Bay at the time of this recording. They're going to play them, see what happens. Then Denver. So the winner of that game, the loser of that game only benefits you. If Denver loses, then they're down more from you. But if Kansas City loses, then perfect. And then they've got Buffalo, easy games against Carolina and Vegas. And then there you are, Los Angeles Chargers. And then they finish out with Houston, Pittsburgh, and then again another Denver game that's only to your advantage. So the news is halfway through the season, you've got a healthy Justin Herbert. You've got wide receivers that you don't have wide receivers yet. Quentin Johnston scoring a touchdown. Let's go. You don't have DJ Chark. Your defense is still playing really well. Only allowed 17 points to the Chiefs the first meeting. You play them again. The Chargers are 8.5-point favorites against the Titans. You can't ask for anything more if you're a Chargers fan. Because, why do I say this? How do I know? Because you're in the first year of this new regime. The Lions, you see what they're doing. Best team in the NFL. They're hardened. This is a calloused, hardened team that, man, they just are bulldozing everybody. And that's what Jim Harbaugh literally does everywhere he goes. And my point in this is you're already doing it. You're already halfway through the first season with Jim Harbaugh, and you're 2 games out of first place against an undefeated, or your 3 games, could be 2, against an undefeated Chiefs team. The Lions started 0-10 the first year with Dan Campbell, and they finally started turning the corner. Now look at them. I'm saying you're already winning, so next year is going to be really exciting. The year after that's going to be really exciting because you've got players like Quentin Johnston, who was just like, come on, Dad. What are you doing? Right? Last year. So in the first half, Johnston had 118 receiving yards, a 66-yard touchdown catch and run to put the Chargers up by 2 scores in the second half. It's what you've been looking for from this guy. It's like, give me something, man. Just give me something. He's like, all right, I'll give you something. So love seeing that. Another thing that you've got to be excited about if you're a Chargers fan is, let me pull this article up. It's showing, I like PFF. Some people don't. That's fine. Just gives you some more data points. It gives your best and worst PFF grades. Offensively, Slater, love it. Lad McConkey still doing his thing. Joshua Palmer and Quentin Johnston. So we've been talking about this receiver room. You don't have it. Waiting to get you're doing it with the receivers that you have. I love seeing that. Now, offensively, look at your worst performers. Joe Alt actually down there. Dang it, Joe. Why are you doing that? So Joe Alt, hold on. Let me blow this up a little bit here. There we go. Oh boy. Defensively, let's look at the best. Khalil freaking Mack. This guy just won't stop. Last year had a great year. I'm like, well, let's bring him back. Give him a little pay cut. See what he can do. Oh, yeah. He's awesome. Troy Dye, Derwin James. And then the worst, Cam Hart. It's a bummer. Yeah, Cam Hart having a really good season. Had that controversial play a couple weeks ago. And now, Bud Dupree still not doing it. But I guess if I'm a Chargers fan, you just have to look at this and just think to yourself, we are in the early stages of this hardening that we're going to go through. Jim Harbaugh is going to go through it. This is not the same old Chargers, just like it's not the same old Lions. So excited to see what the Chargers can do. All they need is to keep winning. Duh. But these next 2 weeks, the Chiefs are going to lose. And now you're going to be 2 games back, maybe 1 game back after these next couple weeks, and then you play them. So imagine being 2 games back from them when you face them. Boom. You can be 1 game back from winning the division. That means you go into the playoffs and you get a home playoff game. Like, that's just crazy. Another thing is, I mentioned it, you're 8.5-point favorites going against the Tennessee Titans. And let me pull this baby up. Why is this a big deal? Well, because I don't know. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's like, just from a fan that was part of a team that's going through what you're going through, and just to be terrible, you're favored by 8.5. That's a massive number. That means, it's like, well, the Titans suck. Well, so did you. So did the Lions. Just not that long ago. We sucked. We were always just like, we can cover that. We can cover the spread. It's like, that's what you were doing. I was like, oh, man, 10-point spread? I bet we're going to lose, but I bet we'll keep it closer than that. No, this is crazy. So enjoy this ride. It's perfect. Jim Harbaugh's doing his thing. Joe Ortiz is being patient. Everyone wants to trade for somebody. It's like, I don't think you do it. The more I think about it, you just keep your picks. You keep moving this thing. You keep it sustainable. Keep your picks and move on to the next year. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.